Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to a Nintendo Prime live stream, live reaction stream. At that, I have everything ready to go for this stream. So hopefully everything is working. I am actually doing ultra low latency, which should mean that we are within seconds of what's happening, what you guys see on screen and what I see, to create the truest, rawest reactions to this stuff. I've tried this before and it didn't work, but it seems to be working now. My router seems to not be freaking out like it was last night. So here's hoping that things are going to work well here. I still need to get a new router. I still had some issues with it this morning. I confirmed it is the router, not the modem, not my ISP. So I have to replace the router eventually, but you know what? Problem for a different day. I'm going to say hi to everyone who's here at the stream. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, drop in likes and getting it up. We got 47 people watching. Let's get 47 likes because the more people like the stream, the more notifications that get sent out. So you're actually just helping more of my audience realize that I'm live streaming. So it helps support the channel. Quick and easy way to do it. Doesn't cost you anything but a click or a tap on your phone. All right, Billy Bean is here. Name here is here. Corey Bohm is here. Frozen Gamer. Cody Nova is here. Brian C. Odie1 Canody is here. Let's see here. We got Chip Chop is here. Haley Anderson is here. Scrolling on down. We got Fire Falcon X is here. The Great Vegaroto 72 is here. SMM2 Mickey Inc. is here. Matthew McDonald is here. Let's see here. We got Jinchurkey 89 is here. Says good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you're having a good morning. Good afternoon, almost. Let's see here. Andronator is here. Evan Smith is here. The Treehouse officially starts in 31 minutes. 31 minutes, guys. Top of the hour. Let's see here. Michael Roth is here. Is there still a drinking scale with all the YouTube issues or not? You know what? Yes. Why not? Why not turn that on quick? Let me, was it this one? Well, that's the right one, but not the right. This is the one. Hold on, I gotta. Not that text. Man, I gotta label my text things better. Here we go. Sure. There you go. Enjoy. Why not? Why not? We are having a special event today, so why not? Why not turn it on? Although I gotta see what booze I even have. It's all upstairs. I had some shots last night off stream, just chilling. I'll have to go grab it if we start getting some crazy donations and super chats. I do encourage people to use the donation link, the Streamlab donation link, especially down in the description over super chats. If you decide to super chat, it's okay. I'm not gonna hate you if you decide to super chat. It's cool. It still supports the channel. I would prefer you to use the Streamlabs link, but you know what? You do what you do. Do what you need to do. What's up, JLo? Welcome to the stream. 1M Jitter is here. Welcome. Hope you guys are having a good time, man. We're about to get some fresh stuff, guys. We're getting a Treehouse Live. We're getting a Treehouse Live. Can you believe it? I didn't think we were going to get one. I did not think we were going to get a Treehouse Live. But here we are, getting a Treehouse Live at the top of the hour, featuring Age of Calamity, featuring Pikmin 3 Deluxe. There's supposedly new content in Pikmin 3 Deluxe, so we're probably going to see some of that today. I think we're going to see, obviously, a bunch of Age of Calamity gameplay, maybe a new story stuff, maybe interviews. I don't know. Treehouse does awesome things. Evan Smith, two things. It's right in the thumbnail. It says, Nintendo Treehouse Live returns 10/7 at 10 a.m. Pacific with a live stream presentation featuring 2 segments. Tune in for a Pikmin 3 Deluxe deep dive and a new stage. So, again, they're going to show off new content and gameplay details for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. So they're probably going to start with Pikmin 3 Deluxe and then they'll end it with Age of Calamity because they know Age of Calamity is a new game. Age of Calamity is the hype. They're going to put that one as the second segment so people kind of sit through the first and see all the Pikmin 3 stuff and then get hyped for the second. We are giving away, by the way, 2 copies of Pikmin 3 Deluxe this month. Head to any other standalone video, not a live stream. Go down in the description to enter for that as well because that's our technically our October giveaway. The giveaway for the Switch, PlayStation 5, or Xbox Series X is our 50,000 celebration giveaway. The winner for that will be announced on December 1st, but that is what it is, dude. Yeah, Yeah, man. Digital Foundry hit 1 million subs. It's crazy. They were at like 900,000 like 2 or 3 days ago. They got like 100,000 new subs like that. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if someone promoted them. But yeah, dude, they hit 1 mil, and congrats to Digital Foundry, man. Obviously they're doing that million stream right now. I think they got like 5,000 people watching last time I saw. Kind of cool because they don't do a lot of live streams, so good for them. Reeb123 is here, and so is Kumai Dragon and Dat Frog Boy, Sea Guy as well, Jesse Dribe. How long do you predict is the stream? An hour, maybe? I think maybe it's a half-hour segment for each one. I don't know. Nintendo Treehouse is usually longer than it's longer than Directs. So, why does your sixth period has to start at the same time? That sucks. I hope Among Us gets on Switch. Well, that's not going to be talked about today, guys. This is not a Nintendo Direct. This is not a Nintendo Direct. Let me know when it needs to run, Corey. YouTube like boost. That's terrible, Corey. That's terrible. Go ahead, run it. See what happens. See what happens, Corey. If the likes go through the roof, then I know it works. Like, subscribe, check out Discord. Yeah, we have a Discord server as well. I'm hyped, guys. Still can't see it. My Zelda shelf is all right here because just the camera angle I chose. You know what? Maybe I can zoom the camera angle out a bit. Let me zoom it out a bit. You guys don't need me to be this big, do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you need me to be this big? I don't think so. I think we can zoom her out. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that Zelda shelf back there. Look at that Zelda shelf. I actually have man, you really can't see this. I'm gonna grab this. I have the Hyrule Warriors official guidebook. The original Hyrule Warriors. Hold on. It's literally hidden back here. Ba-bam. Hardcover and everything. This is the original Hyrule Warriors. Ba-bam. We got Lana here. No Sia on the cover. Not surprised. She's a little, shall we say, might not be PG-13. Look, access to the e-guide. To the e-guide. I've already redeemed this code for the e-guide. So, it's back in my Zelda Informer days. I mean, look at this full color guide. Yeah. Do you really need a guide for the game? Not really. Oh, there's Sia. Hold on. Oh, we got some Sia action in here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, get that Sia action. That's it. That's in a Zelda collection game. All right, or I should really say collection game, celebration game. Considering it is missing the account input file, the YouTube tools module, and the click link function, it won't work too well. Yeah, I know. I looked at it. I'm like, that doesn't look like it's gonna work. But click it all you want. Linkle. Oh, Linkle is not in this guide. This is the Wii U Collector's Edition guidebook, the Wii U one. Linkle did not exist at this point. So there is no Linkle. I don't think. Let me double check. Pretty sure this is the Wii U edition one. Linkle is in it. I stand corrected. Linkle is in it as a discarded character. There's Linkle for you. Discarded character. Little did we know she was coming back. Plus the white fairy and the black fairy. Discarded character. Linkle. Little did we know we were still going to get Linkle. Alright. I wish I had a collection like that. It's not really that much stuff. Like, there is Zelda Yahtzee. I got that as a gift. I used to work at, what was it? The YMCA after school program. One of the students, one of the students' parents actually, that I really helped a lot, got me, they knew I liked Zelda, so they got me that Zelda Yahtzee thing as a present. These two Link statues, the Skyward Sword one and the Twilight Princess one, I think you can get them at GameStop for like $50 or less. I got those as Christmas presents for my parents. The Majora's Mask Skull Kid guy in the middle, right there, I got that with the Majora's Mask 3D Collector's Edition. I don't have the Majora's Mask new 3DS anymore, but I kept the box for it. I have the Breath of the Wild official guide back there. Triforce Heroes official guide. I got a Majora's Mask 2DS carrying case. I have a Link, Young Link amiibo that was given to me by a fan. I don't remember which one. The Master Edition of Breath of the Wild. Those 3 coins there are a little special. One of them is the collector's coin. I don't know how you guys see it. One of them is a collector's coin that came with the Master's Edition. The 2 other are from E3 2016. So they're E3 coins because I went to E3. I got the PDP Breath of the Wild controller. And like even that's like the collector's edition Switch carrying case. And then there's a puzzle, and then I got Zelda Uno over here too that I think Thark recently sent me. So one thing you'll notice in all that Zelda stuff, there's no games. I gotta be honest, I'm not sure I own a single Zelda game right now. I haven't rebought Breath of the Wild since I sold all my games last year. I don't have Link's Awakening. Well, I have Link's Awakening for somewhere. I honestly don't think I own a single Zelda game right now. I have played and beaten every Zelda game except Link's Awakening, the new Link's Awakening that they remastered. I haven't beaten that one yet. I literally, that's such a sick Zelda collection. Yeah, but where's all the damn games? They're gone. I had to sell my whole collection last year when I hit financial trouble. So, I don't have a single Zelda game right now. It's okay. Yeah, collection's not very old. A couple of years. Up on the top shelf up here, there's NBA 2K19 with Giannis on the cover. I'm a big Bucks fan, so Giannis. That's why I kept that. Xbox One, Xbox behind it, PlayStation 3. Box for Remote Control X-Wing with the controller. The Switch shelf, or the Nintendo shelf, I guess, with the robot. That's my kid's. It's just sitting there for some reason. Yeah, I don't have, most of my game collection's gone. All the physical ones anyways. Yeah, I saw the Hallmark Zelda instrument, or ornament. Can you say Poggers? I don't even know what Poggers is. Have I played A Link to the Past? I have beaten A Link to the Past several times. I don't have a Wind Waker Ganon, Corey. I do have a Skirvo. In fact, let me go grab Skirvo quick. He's broken, but I have a Skirvo. 1 second. Skirvo must be buried in there. I have the Skirvo guy as well from GameStop. I got it as a Christmas present, but he's broken and I don't know where he is. Found this guy back there, little Linky. I got this as a present from a kid at the YMCA after school program. I might as well put little Linky back here. Little Linky, put him. Let him chill right there. Seems like a good spot. Let's see here. What headset do I use? I don't really use headsets. But if you mean what headphones do I use? Where are my headphones? Oh, my kids take my headphones. Oh, they're here. Right here. So these are the ARIA personalized audio wireless HD headphones. There actually is, technically it is a headset. There is a plug-in microphone that you can plug in down here and then use it as a headset. But this is what I use. Yeah, they're nice. They're very nice. But yeah, that's what I use when I do use headsets. I don't use headsets for talking because I use this. Why would I use a headset mic when I got this bad boy? This is way better audio quality than any headset. But when I need headphones, I grab those. They're very nice. They're not noise canceling, which is probably good for me because I have children, so I really shouldn't have noise canceling ones. And then I can Then it has an attachable mic. The attachable mic's actually pretty good, but this is just way better, so there's no reason for me to even use it. We have a PayPal donation? We got a PayPal donation? Hey, Michael Roth, thank you so much for the $5 make ya holler. That's a drink of something, isn't it? That's some Lon Lon milk, isn't it? I better grab the Lon Lon milk. I better grab all the drinks, but the Lon Lon milk I got downstairs. It's down here, I promise. I'm not gone. I'm still in the office. I'm still in the office. I'm still in the office. I didn't leave. I'm grabbing the Lon Lon milk. I'm just grabbing the milk. I didn't leave. The rest of the alcohol's upstairs, though. I technically have some of the nectar here, but it's really old. I probably shouldn't drink it at all, but I'm just not. I'm going to put that over in the garbage can. I am not drinking that. I don't want to get sick. Thank you so much, Michael Roth, for that, for the direct PayPal donation. If you would have used the Streamlabs link, it would have popped up. Or maybe it did pop up, and I didn't see it. I don't think it popped up, though. So cheers, Michael. Appreciate it, man. That is some fresh Lon Lon milk right there. Don't call me dad. Only my children can call me dad. Don't call me dad. Not even my fiance gets to call me daddy. We hate that shit. Daddy, mama. I ain't no dad. You want a daddy on YouTube? Go watch Rich from Review Tech USA. He's got no problem with people calling him dad. I ain't anyone's dad but my kids. I don't like that shit. Do you feel we will get another Direct this year, or is Age of Calamity it for the end of year game for Nintendo? We could get Bravely Default 2 still in December, but we're not going to get a Direct. We haven't even gotten a Direct. So what do you mean? Will we get another Direct? We need to get a Direct. We still haven't gotten one. Just because they announced Age of Calamity, that wasn't a Direct. We do not have. I don't think we're getting any Directs this year that aren't partner showcases or the Nintendo Direct Mini from earlier. I thought I saw you playing soccer yesterday. Well, you didn't. You didn't see me playing soccer. Why would you see me playing soccer? You don't live in my town. Why would you see me playing soccer? I didn't even leave my house yesterday. So you definitely didn't see me playing soccer. I didn't even play soccer outside of my kids. How are we doing today, folks? Did we know about this treehouse? They announced it yesterday. Starts in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, Jake Murphy. 15 minutes. Yeah. Let's see here. Sweet Life thinks we're going to get one more Direct this year. We're going to get another Partner Showcase Direct. Let's see here. Focus is decent today. Background is fuzzy, but you are in focus for a change. Background is supposed to be fuzzy. That's how focus works on these professional grade cameras. It's supposed to focus on an area, and the rest is blurry. Although it's not really that blurry. I think one reason the focus is better is because I zoomed out. It seems to do better when I zoom out for focus than zooming in. It's weird. I probably should look up better settings for this camera. The thing is, if I put a memory card in, which I can't find right now, if I put a memory card in and I record directly on the camera, it's pretty much in focus the whole time. It's only when I go over the cable into my capture card into my computer that this version on Streamlabs seems to appear not in focus, even though I'm totally in focus on the lens. I don't know why that's the case. I haven't figured that out. So there's some research I should probably do with this camera and using it with Streamlabs OBS and sorting out the best settings, the right setting to put it on, the right contrast, and the right whatever, all the different settings, the right focus settings. Right now I have it focusing on area. It's supposed to focus right here. This is the area it's supposed to focus in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's also a face tracking focus, which, again, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, it is what it is. If it's working right now, cool. If it's not, oh well. And you guys see, like, this part here. This is my giant monitor. The bottom of that beast. Red Dead Redemption 2 reveal is going to be sick. We're not getting a Red Dead Redemption 2 reveal. When will we hear Nose and Bayonetta 3? I'm assuming next year. I mean, maybe at the Game Awards on December 10th. That's possible, but probably next year. I hope they announce another playable character. Technically, they have not announced that Purah and Robbie are playable. They just announced they're in the game. But I'm presuming that Purah and Robbie are going to be playable. I honestly don't want to see too much more of Age of Calamity. I'm already well sold on that. I mean, I've sold on it, but I still want to see more because I had nothing else to really look forward to new game-wise from Nintendo until then. So they could show me whatever they want. They could reveal the whole story to me for all I care. I really don't care. I'm still buying the game. They're not going to have Red Lantern gameplay, Corey. Come on. You're trolling at this point, dude. They already announced what games are going to be in it. I know you want me to buy the game. You want me to stream it. It ain't going to happen. I'm not saying I won't buy it. I just probably am not streaming Red Lantern. Cannon Hernandez says, hey, I've heard you talk about how much weight you've lost. I'm wondering if you have any fitness goals. I mean, yeah, to get back down to my ideal weight of 150 to 155 pounds. Really, it's 145 to 150. That's the fluctuation for my height and my gender and my age. And to eventually, once I have surgery to remove, there's this thing down here left over from a hernia I had that I need to have surgery to remove. Once that's removed, then my goal is to kind of trim a little bit and have sort of a six-pack going on. Like, I'm not going to have like a massive, I'm not going to be ripped or anything. But I want to have a little bit of a six-pack going on. Hey, Michael! What's up, man? Another $5 donation through Streamlabs. Thank you so much for that. It says, in Singapore, you are known as the king of YouTube. Do I have a big Singapore audience? I have no idea. Do I? You're like the only person I know that watches me from Singapore. Are you the only one that watches YouTube in Singapore? I have a feeling that someone like PewDiePie would be like the king everywhere because he's probably got more viewers in every country than almost everyone. You're 5'11" and 145? That is really skinny, dude. That is really skinny. Holy crud. What are you, a twig? What are you, a twig? Holy crud, man. Pikmin 3 Treehouse is smart. Yep, and they're putting Pikmin 3 first, from what I can tell, which is a very smart thing to do. Difference between Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft show pre-rendered video and no gameplay. Nintendo have Treehouse with live gameplay. That's not entirely true. Sony and Microsoft have both shown gameplay upcoming for the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. We've seen gameplay already, so that's not exactly true. Is this on Twitch or not yet? Not yet. Right now I'm not waiting for Twitch. I'm waiting for Authy. So Twitch requires two-factor identification. I'm about to get yelled at by this person. I forgot to put this in my video. Oh, good. He didn't yell at me. Yeah, those headphones, I was supposed to put them, advertise them at the start of a video because these were sent to me by a company. And I actually legitimately like them. And he just emailed me because I was supposed to mention it in September and I totally didn't. Bad, Nate. I'm going to have to mention them in an upcoming video. Where you guys can buy them. But yeah, I lost my train of thought there. It happens. Oh yeah, Twitch. So it requires two-factor identification. So they gave me a temporary password, but now I have to get the Authy app onto my new phone number that well, it's not even a new number. I just haven't used my Twitch since an old phone number I had years ago. So I have to get the Authy app switched. The Authy app takes like a while to do that. Once the Authy app is switched over, then I can stream on Twitch. So Pizza Boy, don't spam. I know you just got timed out for it. Please don't spam. You didn't miss anything. Starts in 8 minutes. Hopefully I'm not late. I just received the notification that you were live. You're not late, Demon Ray Johnny. Hasn't started yet. 6'4", 250 here. Damn, you guys need to have a burger. Yeah, I am 5 feet 5 inches. So I used to be 6'3" and about 140. You want doctors getting mad about your weight, dude? That's way too skinny for 6'3", Corey. Holy crud, man! Start pounding the dominoes down or something. God, I wish too skinny was my problem. Then I just pound it in and freaking beef up, get my muscles going. You should get a gold Triforce charm for your necklace. Nah, dude. Nah. This necklace was given to me by my fiance, and I am not adding anything to this necklace. No charms, no nothing. I mean, if my children get me some charms, I guess I'd put it on there to represent my kids. But no, that's nothing about gaming. That's just that's a personal thing. Am I calling myself fat? I am fat. Guys, I am 5'5", 210 pounds. I'm technically obese. I'm having a hard time cracking 200, but I think I'll have 200 cracked hopefully sometime in November. I'll be under 200. So fluffy, bro. Get the Kanye West 200-pound Jesus piece. Jesus. Demon Rage 6'3", 225, but I'm not super buff, you know. I don't like looking like the bodybuilders. What's up, Nate? Great video this morning. Thanks, Sad Vasquez. Most of you guys probably haven't seen that video because I knew that video when I made it was not going to get a lot of views, even though I think it's one of the most important videos I've ever made. The video I released this morning, I knew it wasn't going to hardly get any. I mean, it's 2 hours in and it's only got 400 views. I think it's it might be the most important video I've ever made on the channel. And I thought about labeling it like that. This is the most important video I've ever made. I was going to label it that, and it probably would have got more views, but I don't want to bait people, so not for that one. Like, that's just hey, if you really care about my channel, you'll click on it. If you don't, oh well, life moves on. Fabulously fluffy. With Witcher 3, Monster Hunter, etc. already here, what do you think will be the next AAA port for Switch? I didn't do that second Lala Milk kit. I don't know. I really don't know. And as short as the average woman, too. I'm 5'5", not 5'4". Get out of here. And my girl is 5'3". So, everyone should watch that video. It was super awesome. That was a good video. Drop a like on the stream. Come on, we got 75 people. We should get 75 likes. Drink Ganon for a Zelda stream. The 8th Thug with a $27 Australian super chat. Let me see what I got for you, Thark. Let me see here. $27. You want me to drink the Ganon's blood? I always forget here. Hold on. Let me get that text over here. I'm gonna actually move the Streamlabs over to this monitor. Ganon's blood is hey, there's the notification pop up. I should probably move where that pops up at. Yeah, let's pop that up over here where I can actually see it. The Ganon's blood. I'm trying to see what that is. Calamity Ganon's punishment. Or is it, no, it's gotta be Calamity Ganon's punishment, which is this. I do have that on me, actually. I do have some Calamity Ganon's punishment on me. You're lucky. You're lucky I have some. Wait, not that one. That one's empty. As I grab the empty one. I only have, one more left of it. There it is, Calamity Ganon's punishment. I've only got one more of those left. I do have the Liquid Death. If someone wants to be that crazy. If Linkle is shown today, I'm going to do a chair flip, says Corey for $5. You're going to do a chair flip, huh? Well, I'm not too worried about Linkle showing, so. Not worried about it at all. Hopefully the audio is going to work on this correctly for me. Because I had the stream technically up twice on my end. One for you guys, one for me. All right. Get this Calamity Ganon's punishment down. Oh! Mmm! Oh, my God. Oh, it's so bad. I do have some blue stuff here, too. Ugh! That pumpkin plush is really creepy. That pumpkin plush is awesome. Get out of here. That's Mr. Pumpkin, baby. That's Mr. Pumpkin. You don't mess with Mr. Pumpkin. He'll mess with you. Maybe that's the point. We got Sundip247. Thank you for following. Hopefully we'll be live on Twitch soon, guys. Oh, I wanted to be live on Twitch today, but I'm just waiting. Why the drink? Because look at the Stream Madness chart on the stream. Where's the other one you had? I mean, I used to have SpongeBob. I don't know what happened to him. I used to have SpongeBob that I put in my chair. That pumpkin is saying start already. Dude, I'm thinking about carving some pumpkins and putting them back here for Halloween. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I carve some. Like, I definitely could put one like down in this corner. That's visible in a lot of videos. Maybe on top of the Samsung Odyssey box, maybe there. Something like that. Linkle for Smash. Did you miss anything? Nope. Starting any minute, though. Any second now. I might have to quickly adjust a volume thing here quick in case it's doing double audio. Hopefully it's not. Just in time, Joycey Johnson. Here we go. Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now. Yes, yes, here we go. Shadow Rex 1001. Thank you for subscribing. You're awesome. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, Nintendo. Come on. We're all waiting. We're all waiting. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Show me that Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Then we're giving away 2 copies this month. There we go. Oh, starting soon. Oh, you're teasing me, Nintendo. Don't be teasing me, bro. Don't be teasing me. Don't be teasing me. Give me the real deal here. Don't be teasing me. Are they actually doing this live? I think they're legitimately doing this live. I don't think this was pre-recorded. I honestly don't think they pre-recorded this. They're really doing a live stream.
Hi everyone, I'm JC from the Nintendo Treehouse, and this is Nintendo Treehouse Live. Nintendo Treehouse Live is a way for us to give folks a sneak peek of some of the games and projects we're working on. In this case, we have 2 projects to show you today. Later in the program, we're going to give you a look at Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity.
Yeah!
But first, we do want to give you a look at a game that it's very, very near and dear to us in the Treehouse, which is Pikmin 3 Deluxe. And who better to show us through a Pikmin game than my man Corey. So Corey and I are going to take you through a little bit of the main adventure story mode, if you will, and we'll sprinkle a couple of new things along the way.
It's a pre-recorded
Corey,
at the start.
Want to kick us off?
Yeah, thank you. It is my pleasure to talk anything Pikmin related. As you mentioned, JC,
Dude,
we are showing Pikmin 3 Deluxe today, and right now we're in story mode, probably about 5 minutes into the story, past the introduction, tutorial, cutscenes, etc. And I am controlling one of the explorers named Alf here. Generally, what the story is 3 Alf and 2 explorer companions of his crash land on this alien planet and find themselves in need of getting back together again, finding the other explorers, but also finding food for their planet. And they meet these Pikmin creatures on the planet, which are adorable plant-like creatures we can see here that are very curious, they're very loyal, and you'll be using them throughout your adventure. So I just called a few red Pikmin out of the base here. And you notice I'm skipping a few of the prompts. I'm going to be doing that a little bit throughout this, just in order to keep the flow going, as well as not to spoil the game for everyone as well. So, but as I move my left stick around, you're able to see that I control my explorer, and the left stick also controls this red cursor as well. So if I'm all the way out of range, it also moves the explorer. If I push the A button where the cursor is located, you'll toss a Pikmin to that location. And if you toss a Pikmin near something like this flower pellet over here, you'll see that the Pikmin automatically starts to carry it back to his base, which is called an onion. And we're going to see some sprouts pop out of the top there and then go into the ground, which is the way Pikmin propagate. So if you want to get more Pikmin on your squad, you just want to bring things back to their base.
They're just explaining how Pikmin
and then
works.
Pluck the new Pikmin out of the ground.
My audio's too low.
I've been using the control stick to control thus far the cursor. But what I'm going to do now briefly is
I drive a 95 Honda. How dare you?
To motion control. To control
I'm just going to turn down their audio.
Just because that's personal
because
of mine.
I'm already hitting the red zone.
Like
so if I crank mine up louder, it's just going to be like
totally how to control the pointer. So that red pointer where you see 23.
So really, you turn down the treehouse.
Controlled with just a little bit of motion now. So.
You're outie.
Story-wise, we are trying to reunite.
Is there a time limit for each day in Pikmin 3?
Brittany.
Like there is in Pikmin 1? Pikmin 1, I was always rushing every day so I could actually get everything done. It's like a fake time limit.
Pulsating over here across the water. So
there is like a time limit, but it's not what you think. You could pretty much take as much time as you want.
If I try to take the direct approach and just go through the water, we're finding out that the game tells us that red Pikmin are not able to go into the water. Water is lethal to them. So fortunately, I can use my whistle with the B button.
It sounds better with the treehouse
up. All of my Pikmin back to land. So
well, fine then.
Because the Pikmin are so helpful throughout my adventures, you really do grow a bond.
God, no one cares about good old Nate.
Lose even one, but there's a little creature over here that wants a lunch too. So
I suppose for some of you guys, you guys have never played.
Yellow things that you'll come across
so
on
this
memos,
might be informative.
Which can often give you a brief hint on how to go about your adventure here. So it recommended me tossing a Pikmin on the back of that creature, which if I toss a couple more, we'll be able to carry that creature back to the base to get more Pikmin. And actually tossed some Pikmin on these bridge tiles.
Linkle for Smash
because what we're able to see is even though I can't cross the water yet, if I collect enough bridge tiles with my Pikmin, they'll be able to build this bridge. So while they are bringing those tiles to the bridge, I can see that there's a few more bridge pieces across this wall, but I need to break down that wall. So if I toss a couple Pikmin at the wall, they'll start breaking it down, but they'll go pretty slowly. So if I want to speed up the process, we throw more Pikmin at the job. And meanwhile, we still have our Pikmin collecting these tiles. Looks like my Pikmin also brought back that carcass from the small little creature, so we were able to get even more Pikmin. And we'll throw these new Pikmin at the wall to make it go even faster.
You know, this whole thing about Pikmin, I do want to talk a bit more about that because I think it's really interesting. You know, these Pikmin, you think about
Play the game and you'll find out what happened to Olimar.
These big eyes, they're still trying to figure out the world, and they're kind of relying on someone to tell them what to do. So, as you can tell, all these Pikmin have like a single focus when you tell them what to do. And, you know, from their perspective, it's like, okay, well, I should follow this living thing that's telling me what to do, right? But at the same time, you know, it's kind of curious about you. The open eyes, full of wonder, you know, it's kind of relying on you to kind of help it, right? And so I feel kind of bad because, you know, at times you may encounter some enemies and Pikmin may, what's the word, die. And that sound is absolutely heartrending, and I do not wish that on anyone. However, if you put Pikmin in a bad situation, it's kind of your fault. It's not theirs. So take care of your Pikmin. That's the story.
That's right. And I had to go back and collect them. As you mentioned, they were single-minded. So once they're done with a task, they kind of just wait for their next order. So you're constantly needing to whistle.
I mean, this is literally the first level of the game.
And we're coming up against our second creature.
So this is nothing new to me. They're not going to really react to this. They said they were going to show a new level eventually here, though.
And as I creep around here before waking them up,
I'll let you guys enjoy
I
this.
Want to point out another one of the fun features of the game, which is the in-game camera. At any time, you can push the minus button to pause and kind of just see the world from your explorer's eyes, which is that pint-sized view. So we've got, this Pikmin's just looking at me waiting for his next order. Hey, buddy. But it's a fun way to take pictures on your journey, as well as almost feel like you're kind of on this nature safari. while this enemy is sleeping, instead of tossing my Pikmin one at a time, I'm going to use a different feature which is called Charge, which if you lock on and press the X button, will send them all of your Pikmin in your squad at the creature or object at once. And that can be very useful if you've got a large squad you're wanting them to take an order all at one time.
It's only boredom, Michael, because, by the way, thank you so much for using the Streamlabs link before. It's okay to do the super chat.
And you mentioned that you just used that feature a couple times. I do want to point that out. I don't know if I have any feature, which is the lock-on feature. If you're familiar with the Pikmin games, you'll kind of remember that there was no lock-on feature. You had to kind of manually aim, kind of do it. But by tapping the ZR button a couple times, you can cycle through targetable items on the screen. And so it can
it's only boring for people that already have played the game
a lot faster just by
we have people in the chat who have never played
between different lock-on targets. So I really dig that.
This is very informative.
And I think the cycling through the different objects and enemies is the thing that really helps me when there are multiple objects or you're in a tight space. So
there's a lot of people in the chat I think that have never played Pikmin, let alone
getting
Pikmin
a little
3.
bit closer
now I beat Pikmin 3, so this is just
she's okay.
they're talking about the game in the first level. I want to see the new content though. There is new content. They're eventually going to get to that.
To be
then I'll have something to really react to.
I like that language you're speaking.
Yeah, the
because Pikmin 3 is a
do
great game, guys.
Language, so fortunately, we as the players
favorite
can see the subtitles there.
Thank you for subscribing, JPid.
Language. All right, so Brittany noticed that there was some fruit nearby, which we will see just as we round the corner. A strawberry, which looks much larger in this world to us because we, as the explorer and the Pikmin, are so tiny. And because my explorer cannot jump, the only way
it's a higher resolution
item is actually by
the Wii U version ran at 720p. This one runs at 1080.
That indicates
that resolution difference
minimum
is
number of
going to make
Pikmin
things
required
look
to
like
move the object is 3. But you can throw a few more if you want the object to move a little bit faster. And they will know instinctively, the Pikmin, to bring that.
Dude, the multiplayer is...
So
oh, my God.
leave them on their own, and they'll
there's someone in the chat want to let Brian see.
No,
the multiplayer game. Dude, the bingo...
Brittany,
The bingo is one of the greatest multiplayer modes I have seen in a game today, man. It is so much fun. It sounds stupid,
I wanted to showcase
but it is
here
so
these
much
optional
fun.
hints that have been added. So
and yeah, there's
if
co-op.
a newer player,
but oh my God, it's not even
got
about that,
stuck,
man.
they
That
just
bingo
wanted to know
mode.
what to do next? You can push up on the plus control
it's a
pad,
Wii U game,
and that's
going
to show some hints, and then even in addition, some arrows on the ground just to let you know where to go. So it's guiding me to a nearby cave here.
Are those arrows new? I feel like those arrows are new.
Mm-hmm. And at the top,
did they simplify the game?
Kind of crawling.
I swear those arrows weren't in the original release.
And that kind of indicates how much time.
It's been a long time since I played
tasks because, well, let's just say nighttime.
Yeah, okay, it is new.
Nice to Pikmin.
I swore that wasn't in the original
out of there before sundown. And, that actually ties into the hints also. So if this is the first time for you playing the game, you really want to make the most out of your day and you want something, some kind of hint, feel free to use them. And just it'll help you kind of explore different ways and different methods that maybe you weren't aware of yet. So definitely use it.
And after defeating this enemy, we discovered that there were a new type of Pikmin that were actually inside that creature. These are rock Pikmin. And... we didn't go into detail earlier, but each Pikmin type will have their own specialties. So we're learning here that rock Pikmin have the ability to break sort of these hard crystals or glass, which red Pikmin would not. Later on, you'll see that blue Pikmin are the only Pikmin that can go in the water. So, all right. So now that we've got that enemy defeated, I would like to... basically
I don't remember if rock Pikmin were new to 3.
So I'm going to ask those rock Pikmin to...
I don't remember.
Bring it back.
I'm not like the biggest Pikmin lore person, so I don't remember Pikmin 1 and 2 all that well.
Again, one of those
because I haven't played them since they came out.
Up, letting you know.
I barely remember 3. I mean, I remember this first level a lot.
I love the adorable kind of 2D artwork on those as well. All right, so we've got our rock Pikmin. We've got our red Pikmin. I feel confident we can head out of this cave now. Oops.
What's the objective of Pikmin?
There we go.
To gather fruit, power up your spaceship, and get the hell out of here.
So So this wall that we could not
the
break down
gameplay is all about
earlier,
solving puzzles
again,
and fighting enemies with your Pikmin.
Throw red Pikmin, we'll see that nothing really happens. But if
Traversing
I
the
push
world.
the L button, I swap between Pikmin types and can now throw rocks Pikmin, and we're seeing them break down the wall. Using my whistle to gather my Pikmin back, and Brittany, finally we found you. Let's get you out of there. Let's break down this glass wall as well.
Brittany! Welcome, Brittany.
That's a
Nice to see you.
They just did.
She is super happy to no longer be confined. So now that they've reunited here, I'm able to use both Brittany and Alf at the same time.
The game gets more challenging as it goes. The first level is easy.
And
they're just doing the first level. The game gets a lot more challenging.
The game will teach you. It's not just for, I guess, aesthetics that you can have multiple party members, but it actually comes in handy from a strategy
Well, they added new
perspective.
content.
So having Brittany, you can
They just
toss
haven't
her
shown it
over
yet.
a
They're
gap,
just explaining
toss her some Pikmin.
I mean, they explain the hint
at any
system.
moment while
They're
you're
just
playing,
kind of
you can
explaining
push
what
the Y
Pikmin
button
is, because a lot of
and
people don't know, because it's not a very popular
switch
franchise.
to Brittany, and then we're going to see that she's able to, since she's on a higher elevation, throw some Pikmin up to reach that limit.
I don't see any lag.
And
I'm watching the
if
stream
I were
over
on
here,
a
it says
lower
excellent connection.
elevation, I'm going to whistle really quickly once they get this lemon down. We would see that if I tried to throw red Pikmin that high, they would not be able to reach that high. So there are points throughout the game where you will need to split up your squad and maybe throw one over a gap or over water. But since we do have two explorers now in the game, both Alf and Brittany, JC, I thought it could be a good time to for you to hop in, since with Pikmin 3 Deluxe, it is the first time that two people can play the story mode together. At any time, you can just pause, go to play co-op, and JC, you want to hop in?
Absolutely.
Cool. So we'll see the screen now becomes
I don't know which
split
number's accurate.
with me on the left, JC on the right. JC doesn't have any Pikmin right now, so
I'm
he
lonely,
can't
give
really
me
do
some.
much on his own. So I'm going to
what
throw
about
some
it
red
looks
Pikmin
old
your
to you?
way. and
Well,
you'll
what does
just
that
have to
mean? It
whistle
looks
at them,
old
and
to
they'll be
me.
in your party.
Appreciate
What
that.
does that
And
even
I'm going
mean?
to keep charge of these.
Because if you
rock
want to talk
Pikmin,
from a
let's just
technical
keep making our way
perspective,
forward.
every
There's
game
some
on Switch
creatures up
looks
here that are
old compared to
carrying crystals,
Xbox
which,
and PlayStation.
can be a little dangerous to the red Pikmin, so let me
Even
take
Witcher
these
3
guys
looks
out
old on
before
Switch.
the red
It's like,
Pikmin
what do you mean by
squad
it looks
comes in. All right,
old?
they are
Appreciate that.
they are gone. So,
So
I'm gonna,
I'll take these bridge tiles over here and start building, because there's a bridge. So I'll start doing this.
okay. There is a bridge we found, and JC is gonna get one side, and I found some bridge tiles on the left that need to be carried back, but it was in a sort of crystal, so I used my rock Pikmin there, and we're kind of seeing some teamwork here. JC
Hey
is
Pikmin's what you're
using
thinking about
his squad
Toastmaster.
to
It
do
plays
different
nothing like
tasks
this.
than me, which is again, we're making the most of our time, and it's fun working together. So I'm gonna. Looks like I've
Okay,
got
that's
7
because
more
South
bridge
Park's-
tiles to go, and we will have this bridge completed.
Okay. You got me there, but the South Park
on,
itself,
Pikmin.
the style of the cartoon is old. It's an older style. They don't really
I
make
did
cartoons
time that
much like
appropriately to make sure that I wanted the red one.
I say that as you go on Netflix, and then
Okay.
actually
More
Coops
right.
and some other ones. Are
So our
actually
bridge
kinda like a
should be
similar
done
old
now
school
almost.
style.
Looks like they've got it. Final pieces in place, and
There we go.
all right. So now that we've got the bridge, I'm just going to whistle to make sure I've got all of the kind of idle Pikmin in my party.
Witcher 3 looks old on
And
iris. That I
actually-
disagree with.
I'm taking some.
I have Witcher
Yeah.
3 on
Okay,
PC. It
good.
does
You
not
threw some
look old
Pikmin on
PC.
some enemies and some,
Gorgeous on PC.
yeah, some food, some pellets that we can bring back. And as we make our way back, you're going to notice that we're actually back where we started. So we built a bridge, sort of a shortcut now back to the starting point. I'll go ahead and grab these red Pikmin since they're just standing there. And we're finding a new wall that we couldn't actually break down earlier when we first started. So since I found rock Pikmin, I'm going to throw them at this wall. And we didn't talk too much about this earlier, but any piece of fruit that you saw, we got the strawberry earlier, you'll want to bring that back to your base.
Shadow
And
announced Pikmin
the more
4.
fruit you collect, the more days you're
They're
going
not
to
going
be
to
able
announce Pikmin 4 unless they
explore
see what Pikmin
this
3
world.
does sales
So
wise.
that's how fruit plays a role in the game's story mode. Brittany here is noticing that.
So yeah, it
we
looks
got
like
a
we're
new,
going to get at least a half hour for each game.
Detection from
There were 17 minutes
elsewhere
in.
on the map.
They haven't
so
even shown the new stuff
she's
yet.
recommending we go check it out. There's another tip letting us know that red Pikmin are fire resistant.
Looks so defiant in the face.
You don't think
fire.
Cyberpunk
Right.
2077 has good
Okay, I'm gonna
contrast?
take out this
Philip?
this
Some
enemy
new
here. It's breathing
creatures
fire.
here. All right. Oh, and I did not listen to that warning, but my rock Pikmin's lit up like a birthday candle, and he's freaking out. Similar to Pikmin, if they're drowning, as long as you whistle at a Pikmin in peril, as long as it's in time, they'll come running back to you, and they'll be okay. Here it's just letting us know that we found some bridge materials, but this time it's on the opposite side of the water.
You don't got to tell
so,
me that, Linkle.
there's going to be a little bit
I am
more
well aware
complications in order to get those
of what
bridge
Mr.
pieces.
Miyamoto said.
All right.
Taking this.
I also have some
And yet we
red
still don't
Pikmin in
have
my
any.
party, so
Pikmin
rather than continuing
3
to burn
sold
my
like
rock
dog
Pikmin,
shit.
I'm going to try to
They
use
are not
my
going to release
red
Pikmin
Pikmin
4
as well.
for just
Oh,
not to sell.
Thank you. Teamwork.
I got you.
Nice.
So we'll
All
see
right,
how Pikmin
so
3 Deluxe does.
those enemies have been felled. All right. So at this point, there is the
You have
bridge
not
that
been
we
muted.
cannot cross on the left. JC, if you kind of come up to where I'm at,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hold down the Y button, which will allow you to join my party, and then I can toss you over the water, and I can also throw some rock Pikmin over to you, because I think you're going to need some rock and some red.
Thank you.
And
Oh,
while
Pikmin
you work
riches.
on that bridge, I'll just hang out.
Sweet. Ooh, yes. Found him.
Oh, nice. You used the charge feature. Well
I'm
done.
impatient.
While you're doing that, I'm just going to have a little bit of fun. And one of my other favorite features of the game, we showed it a little bit earlier, but that camera, I really like it. From that pint-sized perspective, there's our enemy we just defeated, but we can also see some Pikmin hanging out. Do
That's
some
true to a
autofocus.
degree, Philip.
Oh,
But I
wow.
think-
They are just waiting for you to get your job
One thing you
done,
need to
lounging.
understand, and
They need direction.
This is
they need
just what
guidance,
Western
they need
developers in
love and
general.
support and all the other things.
they are often going for realism.
Okay.
When
Back
you
to
go
work.
out
You
in the
guys.
real world,
Finish
Okay.
your bridge.
there's a
yeah, I
severe
think my
lack of
folks are done on my
contrast.
side, so we're good.
Actually,
So
the
when you
one
look
other
at
mode I wanted-
realistic
one other
art
feature I wanted to
styles,
showcase briefly is
there's
another
gonna be
new
a lack
feature
of
to Pikmin 3
contrast
Deluxe, which
because
is called the
there's that lack of
Piclopedia.
contrast in real
and
life.
here,
The only
any
time there's
creatures that you come across
contrast
in
in
the game
real
will get
life
their
is
own
when that
entries,
contrast
and you
is
can,
purposely
once you go
designed in.
you can
Like when a
tap on
sign
it
really
and
pops
see different
on an
entries from
advertisement
different
billboard
explorers in your
because
party.
they wanted some
we've got Alf
contrast.
here.
But the
that's
actual
commenting
real
on this
world,
door
you
full
go
board.
out in
Since
nature,
we've
go
got
out in the
Brittany, you can
woods.
see her comments as well.
There's not like
there are
any
spaces for three
contrast
additional
anywhere in the
explorers
actual,
notes, so you can
like,
imagine
world
that there
that
will be
isn't
some
made by
other fun
humans.
notes to read
Does
about
that make
as well.
sense?
But
That, like
I
that's
find
the
that
way
it's
the
really
world
fascinating
is.
to come in
So
because
realistic
each
art
explorer
styles
has their own
aren't
take
going to have a
on
ton of
how they talk
contrast
about
because
the enemies
contrast
and
doesn't
creatures you come across.
exist naturally in the real world.
So yeah, that is probably enough story mode for now. I'll go ahead and pause the game and let's switch over to another brand new feature to Pikmin 3 Deluxe called Side Stories.
Side stories.
These
Here we go.
are some elements where you'll be able to
This is new content.
see what Captain Olimar and Louis got up to prior to the main story of Pikmin 3.
It's like a prequel.
Oh, before I forget, let's also talk about. I remember we mentioned the whole the sun kind of passing over, and they have a certain limited amount of time in the day. For those people, there's actually a much more difficult mode for you. So, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, there are three difficulty modes in story in Pikmin 3 Deluxe. There is normal, hard, and there is even an ultra spicy difficulty setting, which gives you only 60 Pikmin can be in the field at once, as well as some
spicy.
additional challenging elements.
Yeah.
So for those that are familiar with Pikmin 3 or want a much bigger challenge, that'll be right up your alley. But
Philip, you know what fixes that?
yeah, for now,
In these
let's
realistic
hop
art
into
styles
a
they do?
sneak peek of side stories, which
Tracy.
I mentioned feature Captain Olimar prior to the happenings of the main story, and we're going to see Olimar here facing the camera. Sort of the background of this is that Captain Olimar, the company he works for, is in debt yet again, back on his home planet, and his boss is sending him here looking for treasure to help the company get out of debt. Olimar is a very loyal worker and will go to great lengths to make his boss and employer happy. So good for Olimar here. Of course, Captain Olimar was in Pikmin 1 and the original Pikmin and Pikmin 2, as well as Louie, who was his partner in Pikmin 2. Maybe a little bit less competent than Captain Olimar, who you can see here.
Yeah.
But still a very key member of Olimar's team.
Well, and he's got his charm. Louie's got charm.
Yeah, no, Louie's great. We love Louie.
I'm not saying you need ray tracing. I'm saying it does fix it.
Let's see here.
I wasn't saying that you need it. I'm just saying that it fixes.
Objective of this mission is actually going to be different from the story mode we were playing.
From what we have
because
seen of ray
now
tracing.
The goal is just to collect as much
right
treasure as we can in 12 minutes. And JC, of course, we've got you in here a split screen right now, but for the moment, we'll just switch it back to solo play for simplicity, and I will. I still do get to control both explorers, so I can still get
with
Olimar
lighting
in
and
my party.
games.
I can also call the yellow Pikmin,
brighter shades
which we're seeing for the first time in this demo over.
So
and we'll see a little bit of their specialties. So
want to see.
We've got this electrified fence where if I throw a red Pikmin at it, we'll
modern
see them get a
lighting
bit
engines
electrified.
Don't realistically reflect
Pikmin
on environments.
Without
the realistic reflections, you don't get those brighter shades. So
when
you're out in the real world, it's actually pretty dull.
We will leave Louie there.
When you get those brighter shades, it's due to light reflection
off
of those dull colors, making the colors appeal more vibrant and bright than they actually are.
He's got kind of fire.
You see this in leaves and trees.
Knowing that we've got our red Pikmin.
Leaves and trees are generally not that vibrant.
Even if they get shaken off,
the way the light reflects
off
those leaves makes them vibrant. Now, in modern lighting engines and games, they don't do reflections properly to that level.
Nice.
Ray
tracing does do reflections
when he was
properly.
defeated, they're just automatically going
now, can it be fixed without it? Of course it can be.
And we found some wild
but it's much more difficult.
Blue Pikmin in the wild here. So
it's a much more difficult solution.
But before we hop in this water here, I'm going to swap back to Louie to see what he's up to. And he's just plucking Pikmin and keeping an eye on those yellow Pikmin.
Yes, it looks better than the original.
Let's take our blue Pikmin into the water. Again, blue Pikmin are the only Pikmin that can survive in the water. We found a creature in here that's a little bit hard to see. But he's under the water here. You can see that pie chart slowly starting to...
as an example.
Disappear.
I'll give you an example right now. Just looking at my camera.
Is actually the amount of gold treasure.
The background appears bright.
Gold
my shirt
here.
appears
as the Pikmin
bright.
take
in actuality,
back
me
to
sitting here in
the
real
base,
life looking
we're
at this,
see in our upper left,
my shirt's not very bright.
The currency start to increase, which are Pokos, which is the currency of Olimar and Louis.
The colors are dull.
Planet. So that is
this is real life. I'm in real life right now. With this lighting shining on it,
almost done.
It looks dull.
Quite, so
it all looks dull. There's not a single bright color up there. It's dull.
That sounds horrid.
But you know what will make it bright? If I take a white light
as smart as I could have been,
and I shine it at the colors will appear brighter than they actually are. Than they actually look like.
Creature down
and that's what ray tracing will do in games. It does proper light reflection,
electrocuted my blue Pikmin,
sunlight especially, which is going to give you brighter colors. Like when it goes to this whiter color, Link's shirt there appears really bright. But when I grab Link and I take him over here and hold him, it's not really that bright. Now my camera does color correction, so it makes things appear brighter and more vibrant. But that's not actually the way it looks in real world. I'm literally looking around my room.
Back here with him.
I got a normal light here, I got a normal light there.
Louie's got control of that, so I'm just going to take control of Olimar. And maybe
there is
Olimar
not like any
Pikmin
contrast
on the stage.
In this room. That's the way the real world looks.
I also noticed that you're walking by a couple of different fruit and stuff like that, and I also want to point out
when sunlight,
the different ways
extremely
you
bright
kind of think about a map.
And reflecting.
From my perspective, if you have a large number of Pikmin, that really is a defining factor of how much you can grab, because a large piece.
Then you
of
also have to consider HDR. HDR tends to make everything a bit duller.
You're not only going to need
kind of makes things more realistic
to carry that item, but if you find something on the way back, you're going to need enough to, like, if you want spur of the moment, just go pick it up.
I'm not on Twitch right now. I'm waiting for Offie
that item as well. So I always try to memorize, where items are, what did I see, where did I pass.
I have my account back on Twitch's end, but I can't log in
the next
yet
time I
until
come
Offie
back.
fixes it.
And so it also creates a really interesting
I'll check right now.
play mechanic where I'm kind of thinking about how could I do this better, right? It's like I did it in this order last time. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this map one more time, and I know I can get more out of it. I know I missed that. I missed this. So lots of replay value here.
And I can already tell you, replay value. I've already made multiple mistakes that I would not have wanted to do, such as losing those.
Any day now. I'm just waiting for
Authy
to authorize those changes
differently. But while I've got these Pikmin bringing back grapes,
is he using a Pro Controller or gyro? I have no idea if he's using a Pro Controller or
to make sure that I always want to have my Pikmin doing something.
Thanks for subscribing, Tito.
Because again, you want to create that high score
and
get as much treasure as you can.
Grinning Mask.
We've got this gold nuggets going, and looks like these Pikmin are still working on the grapes.
What do you mean? Am I holding any events?
Keep an eye on them.
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, let's go back to base because there might just be some.
It shows when they go to 2-player
at base, waiting for their next order.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I mean, Pro Controller's the way to go.
Let's take them
anytime
out
you're playing on TV, and they're playing on TV mode because they have direct capture. Any giveaway events? Right. Well, I have 2 giveaways going on right now.
While Pikmin are being plucked, it's always a good idea to switch to your other.
For PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X or a Switch, or 2 copies of Pikmin 3 Deluxe.
Because
Pikmin 3 Deluxe giveaway is my October giveaway. The console giveaway is my.
Got another creature here whose weakness is actually on his back because he's got
my 50,000 subscribers.
Let's see if we can just charge.
Man,
no!
It'd be cool if we could hit.
Let's
just 2,000 this week.
Oh no! We didn't see that.
Subs.
No, let's just
subs have obviously slowed way down.
Oh man, that's
not all Pikmin, not all creatures are actually small though. Even though we bailed out of that battle,
61.7,
and that creature was quite small. There are some creatures that are much more intimidating
Zelda,
and large.
I have no idea. This doesn't appear to be done anytime soon. This is gonna be like a 2-hour stream. Dude, Treehouse goes on for a long time. So I have no idea.
I've collected 327 Pokos or gold.
This could end up running.
This is probably a good point
Treehouse
to end for now. I don't want to spoil too much of these side stories. But yeah, let's end here for now. But we've got one more mode that we wanted to showcase, which is completely different from anything we've shown so far. And it is a one-on-one competitive mode called Bingo Battle.
Not coming yet. It's not coming
Bingo
yet.
Battle,
they're still showing Bingo. Bingo Battle, dude. Bingo Battle is so much fun.
Really heated. You'll see in a second.
This is such a fun mode.
And the objective of Bingo Battle really is to fill out your bingo card. Right. I'm going to be on the right side. Core will be on the left. And of course, if you're familiar with bingo, all you have to do is just make a line. It could be vertical, horizontal, diagonal, any kind of line.
Dude, this mode is so fun.
To fill out each of those little spaces, you have to collect either an item or an enemy to fill in that space. Sometimes there's multiple of an item. Sometimes there's not. But if you take a look at the 2 cards in the bottom and the middle, you'll notice that there are the same items, but they are placed differently on each of our bingo cards. And I'm not as good at this mode as Corey, so I'm going to focus a little bit, craft my strategy of what I want to focus on first, and
yeah, I can talk a little bit about what's going on right now. Since we start with only 5 Pikmin by default, of course you can customize that, but because we start with 5, you're going to want to create a larger Pikmin squad as quickly as you can, because the more Pikmin that you have in your squad, the more that you're able to accomplish. And the more that you're able to divide tasks if you need to.
It was smart to go Pikmin first so they could advertise the game.
Sending some to one area and some to another.
Pikmin's a good game.
JC pushed the minus button there to pull up the map, which either player can do. If you're ever not sure where a specific item on the bingo board that you want to collect is, it's simple as pulling up that map to say, oh, I need to get an orange. Then where's the orange on the map? I'm going to go get that because that's what I need to complete my bingo card. So I think what you're going to see JC and I doing first is both growing our squads, and then you see that we both got bridge tiles on the sides of our map as well. So we've been collecting some of those bridge tiles to build a bridge so we can cross the water.
And there's a lot of deep strategy in here too. While Corey's talking, I'm actually thinking about a couple things. Like, for example, taking a look at the bingo card that I have and actually targeting the corners. If I target the corners, which I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but you wouldn't normally. If you target corners, that means you have with one item, you're able to get like a horizontal, vertical, and diagonal line all at the same time.
Sure. You got that?
Yeah, absolutely. And just
why are
because
you coming into my base? Oh, JC. So that is a good point to show that, yeah, you can go into each other's bases. And JC threw some Pikmin towards me, which started, they kind of just start like thwacking at my head, which is really annoying, but very effective. And I have to use the control stick to shake them off. My Pikmin can defeat JC's Pikmin, which is nice, but if our Pikmin do encounter each other, they will want to...
I just saw one of my Pikmin get slapped by yours, and...
oh, did they fight each other a little bit?
Actually, it's on me now, but don't worry. The songs will be sung of you, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
This is really fun mode.
Okay, let's...
yeah.
I see that JC has an item, actually, from a roulette that he has, which is a triple rocks, which he is able to use and drop on me, so I actually have to be really careful here.
I'm being very quiet about it. And now he just... All right, he pointed it out, so that's fine. Okay. Gotta move, gotta think. Okay.
And again, yeah, you do want to sometimes be aware of what your opponent's up to in this game.
Me by a
Okay, so that's fine. Okay.
Because they can be... JC can get pretty crafty at times.
He doesn't really play Pikmin.
Right. So. I'm going to take a little detour here, and I'm going to start strategizing by pulling some of these Pikmin I found that are my color, but they are in the water. So now I'm going to try and get some of these. I'm going to grab these blue ones.
Let's get you in the water. Yeah. Oh. I tried to lure your red Pikmin in the water.
No.
See if they would follow.
Stay away from my babies.
Okay. Need some cherries.
I'll take care of that. That's fine.
So this is the first time I'm finding a cherry item, which
that's probably
again, these cherries give me a free spin on the item roulette, which can often change the tides of battle. So I'm wanting to get as many of these cherries as possible. Back to my base. All right, I've got a rock. So my cherry got me a free bomb rock,
not good.
which I can throw a Pikmin at this rock, and now I've got a rock, a bomb rock basically. So if I throw that bomb rock at let's just throw it in an enemy right now. Oh, he woke up and got out of there. Oh man, that was kind of a waste.
Let me see if I can actually get
we can use electricity to just sort of be annoying to JC.
Guys, you guys have no patience.
Temporarily disable him. Another item that I picked up through that I got from my cherry is sort of a free spin on the item roulette.
You know that this game comes out this month.
This golden
right?
object, which if I
give
use
Nintendo a chance to advertise something they're actually selling here in like a couple weeks.
Which looked like was an apple.
Damn.
Oh, nope. It's the water. It's the water. It's the water, no.
Pikmin needs the advertising. Okay. Dude, Age of Calamity doesn't need the advertising. It's already going to sell it. This game needs this advertising.
Okay. So I need 2. I see the line that I want, but oh no, that was a direct hit. Oh my gosh, you got me at like the right time. I have one.
Oh, I was staring at your screen.
Pikmin.
I'm sorry.
I'm down to one single Pikmin. If I win this map,
man.
JC will never live it down.
Oh, dude, yeah. If I won't.
He got me sleeping, and I have one Pikmin. I wish.
Let's see if I can actually.
I had more than one.
Do this though.
I need.
Dude, these guys are gonna get so eaten.
Oh man.
If I get distracted, maybe. Let it toss. It's fine. Oh, it's still shaking so much. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, come on. I need a cherry.
Okay, dude, if I could just pick up... Where was that? I really shouldn't be checking this right now, but... Oh, that's right. All the enemies actually show up as those green flashing dots. So I'm actually trying to find this guy.
Go. Okay. Whew, the long battle.
Go.
Oh, me and my buddy. You're my boy, Blue.
You. Did you just say Blue at the same time?
Oh, that was exactly what I needed. Okay. So the item that I just got was a 10.
Isn't that what you always
10
say?
free Pikmin, basically, which sprout at my base.
Come on. Come on, this will work.
but I need way more. JC looks like he just needs the red Bulborb and the red marble, which are both.
You mean like these two?
Yes. And I don't think I'm gonna have enough Pikmin to.
Oh, please tell me this is happening.
Nice.
Oh, this is so good. Oh, my
JC
palms are
got
sweaty.
it.
I'm so excited. That's so good.
So what was, I think from my perspective, what really turned the tides there is I was about to defeat both Bulborbs that I needed, but that rock came down at just the inopportune moment. And I had just kind of forgotten that JC still had that.
I think it'd be $4.
Well done. You used it at exactly the right time.
That feels so good, guys. Okay.
JC feels way too good right now, so we're going to play one more game. This one is going to be over in probably 2 minutes because I have way more incentive now.
Oh, Michael Roth, dude, if Pikmin's not for you, it's not for you. It's all right. Not every game's going to be for every
smaller
person.
Stage, so JC and I are probably going to come to a skirmish.
Talking about
that
coupon code. That coupon code's expired now, so
there's really less of an
banana
opportunity to make mistakes here. There's also just a lot of again, the map is small, so we want to be acting very quickly with our moves.
Yep. And Corey, again, because Corey pointed out that the map is really small, you're probably going to see us get into some pretty heated.
The only thing in between us is that really this orange Bulborb enemy that you kind of see here. That's sort of harassing me at my base right now. So other than that,
everyone's like, "Oh, the cost of the
systems."
systems." I'm like, "Dude, the games
are
anywhere from $40 to $60 a pop, $70 for next gen." Indie games are obviously cheaper, but still, it's expensive, man. No, it's not free if you drive your car into the store because you got insurance to pay.
Oh, it's a big one. I didn't see it. Oh, run. No. No, this is bad. This is bad. All bad. So many. The sound of dying Pikmin. Okay, so I need to be smart about this here. Let's just do this.
You guys all upset because they're playing another round of bingo?
I'll take that back. Get some numbers. This is okay.
But it's so good.
Oh man, these Bulborbs are just hungry, and wow, I do not like that they're on my side of the map right now. It's almost as if you sent them over here, but I know you didn't.
I did not. Speaking of sending things over. You...
Oh my gosh!
So it's only nice to give
at that point there won't be game consoles anymore.
JC the gift of the same bomb rocks that he sent me earlier.
It's tied.
I wonder if that actually worked out in my favor, because at least he's not seeing that I'm actually.
You want to win the Pikmin giveaway, Charles Master? Well, good luck.
That exists, which is a golden
how many people
strawberry.
Nope, not seeing it totally at all. I have no idea what you're doing.
Let's see how many people have.
Were you doing something?
Nope, we're good.
I haven't actually.
No, mine. I have numbers.
Let's see here, the October Pikmin giveaway.
No.
So all I need now is a red strawberry, which it looks like is right behind my base. And so as long as our... Oh, wow. Yeah, so I can give up. I don't need to worry about the golden strawberry. I've got mine.
He's got the other one.
The red... delicious sunseed berry for the quick bingo. I think that was a little over 2 minutes.
1,559 different people have entered.
That was like a mercy win right there.
It gets really competitive.
I wonder how that compares to the other
battle. As you can see from a little bit of a taste, we absolutely love this mode. But really all the modes offer a little bit of a different type of gameplay. So we hope you're looking forward to checking out Pikmin 3 Deluxe.
People are way more interested in the system. Holy crap.
Demo that will
there's 7,158. Those giveaways started on the same day, so there's only 1,500 people entering the Pikmin one, even though it's completely free to enter. But 7,158 people have entered into the
So again, thanks for checking out a little bit of Pikmin 3
Although
Deluxe.
we haven't had a lot of big new entries in
comes out on October 30th.
It's really slowed down. Like yesterday.
Awesome. Thanks, Corey. Again,
yeah, yesterday there was only 120 people who entered yesterday.
Because that does not happen often.
At its peak,
and again, I can't wait to play some more Bingo Battle with you, in October.
Also doesn't help my views.
Coming up next, obviously, is...
I guess it kind of represents the way
I'm waiting for this too, which is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. So, over to you, Kay.
Thanks, JC. Thanks, Corey. Wow, Pikmin looks like a lot of fun.
Hey, we're gonna get to Zelda.
I'm Kay from Nintendo Treehouse, and I've got my colleagues Chico and Kendra here with me. Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge that we are doing this remotely. So there might be some technical limitations, but we're asking for your patience and your understanding as we work as hard as we can to bring you an amazing stream. So today we're going to take a look at Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which takes place 100 years before Breath of the Wild and tells the story of the Great Calamity and the events leading up to it, which really can only be told through the 1 versus 1,000 action of a Warriors game. We'll start off with a first look at Urbosa. I'm so excited. Chico, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Here we go.
Let's get started.
I'm fine. I know.
Yeah, Urbosa.
I'm playing as Urbosa right now, as you can see.
Oh, we got Urbosa, Zelda, and Link.
Inside the Deluxe town right now. And then it is a Hyrule Warriors game, so you will be using X and Y button to do weak and strong attack, and then also A. Oh wait, Iga Waymas is coming. Right now, the Deluxe town is under attack by Iga clan. But I don't want to talk about why they're here. But the objective is I have to actually defeat all 3 Iga Blade Masters. So to do that, in addition to the usual Hyrule Warriors action, I have to to counter
stasis,
and I can use. I just use the stasis now, as you can tell. But each character can use all 4 different runes in different occasions. So I need to focus on attacking him right now. So I'm gonna let Kay and Kendra talk about what's unique about
Urbosa's Fury, baby.
Great, thank you so much, Chico. Yeah, Urbosa's gameplay is really fun and exciting, and as you can see, it's focused on her ability to use an attack with lightning. She has a unique ability to charge up lightning, which is represented by the gauge at the top of the screen. And yep, she's charging it right there. And once it's charged up, she can actually use the lightning in addition to her strong attacks to kind of strengthen those attacks and do some really character-specific stuff with it. She also uses lightning in her weak point counters and in her special attacks. And if Chico can get the timing right, after some of these big attacks where there's still some electricity lingering in the air, she can charge up her electricity super quick, which takes a lot of skill and a lot of timing, but it's very satisfying when you can pull it off.
Just seems right.
So
the shield bash, yeah, dude, Urbosa, baby. So sick.
And I just wanted to add
too,
aside from the gameplay that you're seeing, well, first of all, oh wait, no,
oh my gosh,
Korok!
There's a Korok.
There it is. It's so cute.
You can find Koroks just like in Breath of the Wild. Okay.
That you can find. But this is the first time that people get to play as Urbosa, which is already super awesome, and this area
you can go up in the houses.
Familiar to some Breath of the Wild fans.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see these places.
So great.
Yes. So you can enter the building.
Calamity. But what I did want to say is fans can look forward to getting more backstory on these characters as well. You really get a good look at Urbosa's relationship to Zelda, and also more information about Urbosa's relationship to Zelda's late mother. So if you're like me and you love to get to know the characters, get to know them in ways that you didn't get to in Breath of the Wild.
We get to learn about the Queen!
This game is your opportunity to do that.
Yes! We finally get to learn about Zelda's mom. Hell yeah!
Really, there's a lot to unpack in here.
That's
and a
exciting.
Lot to see, and it's very thrilling for fans of Breath of the Wild to be able to take a look more.
Obviously, the mom's dead, but hell yeah, we get to learn about her mom. Oh, it's great.
All right, and now we're taking a look at Zelda
just rolling out the
exciting.
The feature.
She uses the runes as her main attack. In addition to being able to use them.
That is sick.
Just like everyone else, and she can.
She really relies on those rune abilities
to take out huge swarms of enemies. Oh my gosh. in a very unique way. It's it's so cool to see Zelda being able to take out these guys.
Zelda's such a badass. Look at her go.
Yeah, and for me, anytime Zelda you get to play as Zelda and annihilate enemies as Zelda, it's pretty much a win for me. Because Zelda and Zelda game.
Yeah. Well, and she's
I thought it was
really
gonna be a
fun
cool
to play as in this one.
Well, walking
Nice
bomb,
work.
right?
Nice work.
That walking bomb thing, I'm like, oh, dude, is that an ability we're gonna get back in Breath of the Wild too?
She's great.
I know Zelda is great, but yeah. Okay,
Urbosa's
so I have
also
to
great.
chase
But
after.
Urbosa.
Yes, definitely. I have to chase
Zelfos.
after the Iga people, so I'm gonna go after that to the location.
I like how they still don't move till you
Go.
get close to him, you know?
Like there's a lot of people here.
Oh, there's a lot of Yiga over
And
here.
for people who are new to the Warriors series, as you can see, there are prompts on the screen that help guide you through the process of the gameplay and the action. But you also can turn those off if you want to.
So I'm at this location, and it looks like my objective is to defeat the enemies with loud attack. So I think I need to do. Oh, I can't use it right now, but I will wait till my rune fills up first. But
Make some noise,
okay,
Chico.
so I'm going.
Do it.
I'll do that. Hold on. These guys are loud.
This guy's really getting in your way.
Yeah.
So as you can
Dude, this
see,
game needs to be here now.
when you use the Sheikah runes, there is a little bit of a wait time for it to charge back up before you can use it again.
Unless you're Zelda.
Which is very similar to how it worked in Breath of the
Zelda
Wild.
just used the runes
Oh
as
man,
runes
that
as
was
main attack.
a gorgeous takeout right there. And the
So I
reason
guess I
for
did that.
using these loud attacks was to call forth a certain familiar monster, and there he is. Oh man,
Is it possible the female staff
Sure it's not a lady.
I think he's beautiful.
are the ones that do the localization?
Yeah,
thing?
he's too scary.
That's
And
something to
he's
consider.
coming
Like,
after me, so
why is it
don't
the
think I
female
wanna do
staff?
this.
Because maybe
Bye-bye.
the
No,
female
let's go
staff
ahead and,
is
like,
the Zelda
that's it.
localization.
Let's
No,
escape
no.
to the main menu while we can.
So they're the ones that get to play it a bunch.
So
and,
we're gonna
do all
go
the-
back to the
localizing.
world map and show some of the gameplay between battles, leveling up characters, strengthening weapons, and unlocking things.
Nice. So you can get the map
There
look
it
like-
is, very familiar
Yes.
map
Yes.
of Hyrule. Chico, do you want to tell us a little bit about this?
I'm glad they did the map exactly like
Yeah,
in Breath of the
so
Wild.
if you ever play, like original Hyrule Warriors game or maybe different Warriors game, you might be familiar with how the menu looked like. You will go from chapter 1 to 3 type thing. But this one, you actually go through different chapters and locations using the map of Hyrule from the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And when I first saw this, I was literally screaming.
What the heck is that
because it was
punching
so
thing up in the corner?
gorgeous,
What is
and I
that?
just loved it.
You see like that
and,
punching robot
because it's a Hyrule
guardian
Warriors
thing?
game,
What the hell is that?
When you're playing the
That was
stages,
up by Death
you
Mountain.
collect a lot of different type of materials. So using those materials, you can unlock different locations on the map, like the stables, other training grounds, and even like different dishes you can cook type thing. So one of the things I wanted to show is actually here, blacksmith. So it is a Hyrule Warriors game, so you will be collecting a lot of different weapons while you are in the stage. Not like Breath of the Wild, you don't. The weapons do not break during
No
the
breaking
stage,
weapons.
but you can use these weapons you collected to strengthen your
You can
primary
level them up
use
like you can in
weapon.
the other Warriors games.
So, right now I'm using this sword, but there's other different type
Many
of
of us
weapons
now.
I can get and different, way to use it. So I want to use my sledgehammer, iron sledgehammer, and fuse them with all the materials I got so far.
With the level
And I
1
think
soup ladle that you will not neglect.
What?
Don't you dare.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Whew. I was worried.
I shouldn't. It's okay. It's okay.
No, use it. Use
Okay,
it.
so
Yes, it's okay.
you can use up to 5 different weapons, and you can strengthen. You of course have to use the rupees, so make sure you collect the rupees when you are in the stage 2. And now I have my sledgehammer leveled up to 5, so I can use that for next battle.
Kick some ass with that sledge.
Another thing is the materials you collected. You can make the dish. So let's see, this one is ready.
Superb fish dish? Yeah.
And you need the materials 5 fish. So I have that trout. So
Yeah, the
now
cooking, baby.
I unlock that dish. So
Yeah.
I can earn the recipe for chili fish skewer.
Right, and the
that is
recipes can be used to give your characters a little bit of a buff before you go into battle. And there are a bunch of different types that have different effects, so it's pretty fun to collect them and see what they do. Yep,
And
they
then,
also
by
have
defeating the... Oh, go ahead.
yeah, so by defeating monsters and getting those materials, you can also turn them into these other quests, which you can use to unlock bonus combos or extra health.
Oh, look at
or,
that. So let's take my
other
combos.
such things. But the thing I really like about these is that they have little stories that go along with them. Little glimpses into the characters' lives between battles during this war. The one that we just did, for example, is about a young child in Hateno village who wants to build a monster dummy so that they can practice using a two-handed sword. And so Link actually brings the materials to make the dummy, creates this dummy, helps them build it, and then they train together. And that's how Link is able to come up with an extra move for his two-handed sword. And I love it because Link's from Hateno village. So it's very cute glimpse into his life.
Han Solo, I'm going to disagree with you on the MCU.
This game.
Yeah.
The MCU, like,
strengthened
you-
this two-handed. I mean,
I'm guessing you
sledgehammer
have
is
you read
basically a
the
two-handed
comics?
sword
They're
type.
all connected.
So
Like,
I'm going
all
into
these
the
years,
training
all the
mission
comics are
where I
connected.
can
So what
actually use this
they're literally
sledgehammer to
following comic book
showcase how the
storylines.
two-handed
Thar
sword
gets me with $5. Says, for those who
can
actually
be
know
worked in
Warriors
this game.
games, this game feels a lot like
So I
Dynasty
changed
Warriors
my
Empire's
weapon,
game.
and I guess I can change
Also
my tire.
changes- Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
shirtless, like,
unlock
of course.
different pieces
excited,
of
shirtless
armor
Link.
as you progress through the game. And you
I
can,
like how when they're doing it,
equip
it's got,
or,
like, some of
I
the
guess,
physics.
unequip them and dress him up however you want.
Thank you, Thark, for
They
finding
look nice.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Australian.
This is
Okay, and
Link's,
also-
Link is from Hateno
training
Village.
attire.
And we also
Breaking
this
news,
is the chili
Hateno
fish
Village,
skewer
the
we just
origin of
got
Link.
from the recipe location.
It always
So
seems
I
to come
can
from like a
use
simple
that.
village.
Right, and every character will react differently to the dishes that you cook for
if
them.
you look at if you
and
played the
some
original Breath of the
characters
Wild, there was
even have favorite
you could
dishes,
discover in the
and they'll
game
say
that
something
originated
different
in Hateno
when
Village.
you give them their favorite dish. So it's a lot
That's
of
not
fun
actually
to try out a
technically
bunch
new
of different
information.
recipes and see which.
But not
your
everybody
characters
knows it. Like
prefer.
that's the fun thing about Breath of the Wild. Like so
Yeah,
much of it
and
you
if
only
watch
discover
the
through
TGS,
exploration.
live
there's
stream,
so
you
many
might have
things that
seen
most
the
people that play Breath of the
cutscene
Wild
where
don't
it's
even know
showing the
because they
tower
didn't
actually
fully
raising from
explore
the
everything.
ground.
'Cause there's
And
just
that
so much to
tower is
explore.
actually going to be a base for Link whenever he goes to the next mission. So I think you just saw him kind of like
Oh, yeah,
warping
load
from
screen.
the tower to that new location where I'm going to be showcasing
Cool.
the 200 sword
Cool load screen.
training mission.
Right.
Without
So
a
yeah,
shirt on.
it is a training mission. Without
Hey! Don't jump.
Two-handed weapons.
I
Training
mean,
there's
mission.
no
Okay, so
two-handed
you're just-
sword is
you're
a
just
lot of
training.
If anything, I just feel bad for Link.
no, you know, he
I guess
works
there's
up
less
quite a
fabric to
sweat
get in the
swinging
way
that
while
thing
he's
around.
fighting.
Yeah, so as you can see, this is a training level, so you're fighting against a lot of Hyrulean soldiers, and using the two-handed sword, which, you know, aesthetically does look a lot like how it was used in Breath of the Wild. In this game, it's slower but more powerful than the one-handed sword. But the fun thing about it is that he can.
You get your point that there are so many things that can do. That Disney's now bringing back the electro actor.
Strengthen his strong attacks.
Oh, he's a good actor.
In exchange, he takes a little
and
bit
apparently
of
also all the other
damage.
Spider-Man actors in the Spider-Man. Yeah,
like that.
because that happened in the Spider-Man
in order to
universe.
heal that temporary damage,
That literally
you can
happened in the
press
comic
X
books.
to consume a meal.
Like that's a
and
thing
then
that
we'll
actually
battle.
happened in the comic books.
I love the animation.
Dark says, "I can't wait for your impression video."
Yeah, I love the
so
animation.
we can hear someone who actually knows Zelda.
Let's
Yeah,
get near
if
some
she'll do it
enemies.
for us.
I'm
Get
not
some
a big
enemies.
Muso. Like I barely play Warriors games.
but
I play
one of
Fire Emblem
those
Warriors,
enemies
I played Hyrule Warriors,
is
and
highly
I've touched like a
aggressive,
single Dynasty
and
Warriors
if
game
Chico
ever.
doesn't hear some
I've never been a
enemies,
big fan
then
of
we will
Muso
see what
games.
happens.
But I do know a lot about Zelda. I obviously played
We'll get an
a
opportunity
shitload
to
of
show you
Hyrule
that
Warriors
because
and Fire
I love
Emblem
it.
Warriors.
Nom nom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There it is.
What I'm most excited about this game is
Aggressive food eating,
I love it.
shockwave blast,
I mean, the
sending
gameplay
the
looks good.
soldiers flying.
Of course.
I love that they included that in this game as part of the actual fighting style.
The military
for two-handed
sucks.
Sword. I think it's a great.
The military
homage
sucks.
to
That's why Hyrule
Breath of the
fell.
Wild and people who played it like I did, which is to say, having a stockpile of apples or something in my inventory so I could chow down when I'm being blown back by a strong attack that did lots of damage.
You can aggressively eat your apples and send those soldiers
Aggressively eat your apples. It's the only way to eat apples in this game.
If you burn
All right, how many
apples,
KOs do
you
we
can
have?
actually get grilled apples here.
Oh yeah.
So I have to kill
All right.
170 more.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're more than halfway.
I'd also like to point out that this location is very familiar. It appeared as ruins in Breath of the Wild, but
Yeah, that's what
now,
I'm trying to
before the
look at.
Calamity, it's in its heyday. And it's very cool to see what it looked like before it got destroyed.
Yeah, and
Nice
Chico,
one,
maybe you can
Chico.
show us some lightning rod action.
What? Hold on.
Oh yeah, we did get to see the ice rod before.
This one? Woohoo!
Yeah.
that one.
That's sick. What a sick move.
Four soldiers.
What a sick move.
You can do it. So, as you can see, when she's timing her attacks for when that weak point gauge comes out. The big strategy against these stronger enemies is to cut down that weak point gauge and create an opening so you can do a counter attack, which can be very powerful.
Alright,
Nice
a
one.
little bit more.
It's so cool seeing Hyrule before it was destroyed. Oh!
I
Oh, don't mess with
love
Link.
the two-handed sword so much. I think it's my favorite. It's so satisfying, to just slam through all of these enemies, these thousands and thousands of enemies. And also to take a little break to have a snack here and then. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is my favorite one.
I'm hoping we can.
I know your favorite
show
is the
show some
the
flurry
Zelda.
rush too. Oh, of course.
I'm trying!
Forever.
I suck at this thing!
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You're doing great. You're almost there.
You need to find another one of those captains.
Okay. No, he's not there. Yeah, done.
Nice. There we
The
go.
Rook!
Yeah, look,
The
it's
Rook!
the
It's a training mission, remember, guys. So.
It's cool. He's very heavy moving character too. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
He moves surprisingly quickly for someone of his size, though, I have to say.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
Oh!
you can do it, Chico. I believe in you.
Keep your own size. I mean, he's like 2 times
Oh my
bigger than me.
goodness.
Oh my gosh. That looks like a little bit of rough play for training.
They take their training very seriously.
Very strong.
Nice work.
Ah! Take
Nice
that.
Yeah,
work.
wow.
Man, you made very quick
You
work
took
of
them out
the
really
route.
fast.
Good job.
Yeah, you did.
All right, let's cut away from this for a second because we have one other thing we'd like to show you. Chico's got to set it up though. I love Daruk. He's so great.
Daruk.
He's such a
and it's really
fun character.
Yeah, and it's cool to see all the various characters, you know, that we know and love from Breath of the Wild, but seeing them
protection is now ready to roll.
And seeing all of their special moves and how those differ. I do really like seeing that, and I'm excited for what we're about to show you.
Because we know certain main characters die ahead of time. So it's going to be sad it's great. In a lot of ways.
It's an amazing thing that they've done with this game to bring us into this era, you know.
Oh, I agree, Philip. The hammer finish is
all these
sick.
Characters and show us the intricacies
we'll have to
of
see
how they
some of the other
interact
like
and
too.
how they perform in battle. It's stuff that
after all, I gotta level that soup
personally
ladle.
As a fan of Breath of the
Wild,
Wild,
the soup
I
ladle
wished for so hard was the chance to be able to see these guys in their prime. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and not to bring the soup ladle up too much, but I do want to say I love that they included the soup ladle. You know, that they're bringing it back, and we see those same touches from Breath of the Wild in this game. And Chico mentioned that the weapons aren't breakable, so you really could, you know, equip that soup ladle if you wanted a serious challenge. You could fight with the soup ladle.
Serious.
You could use weapons to
choose your own
make the soup
adventure.
ladle stronger. Yeah. I love it. I love that when you use the soup ladle, you got the pot lid as a shield too.
Cyberpunk comes out. I have a good.
All right, so
feeling
we're
Cyberpunk's
looking
gonna
at
be game.
Impa now.
Yeah. So what I want to show is in the distance, but I need to
Yeah.
get these guys first.
Yeah, Impa.
These guys just in my way. Okay.
So obviously, this is a new
You're gonna
depiction
kick my
of Impa that we're seeing here. But Chico is about to show us just what Impa is capable of in the gameplay.
I love her. I love Impa so much. I think she's so much fun to play. She's so quick, and she has these different jutsu attacks that she uses, like the summoning of the frog and the creation of foam.
Let's go.
You did. That was an impressive use of the electric rod, I have to say. And here we have a Hinox. I love it. So yeah, as I was saying, Impa's gameplay, being able to absorb those symbols to create the clones and then strengthen the strong attack when she has all of her clones out is it's really fun. Takes a lot of strategy and timing. Nice. And you can see her Sheikah rune usage does differ from the other characters we've looked at today too.
Okay.
You can do it. So we discussed earlier the usage of runes in order to create openings to counter strong enemies. And it's even more important that you do that when fighting these big monsters too, because if you get the timing right on these, just like that, you can create these great dramatic openings for yourself. And it really is vital that you get these weak point smashes in, because they do so much damage, and it can really make it easy to, or easier, I should say, to take these guys out.
To take out the poor Hinox that was just having a nap.
Dude, this Hinox is more menacing than what an actual.
I don't know about that.
It's crazy.
Well, I mean, I would be grumpy too if I got woken up like that.
That's fair.
Gotta break the shield. Gotta break that
Nice
shield.
work,
Some damage.
Making short work of this guy.
She really is.
I love that flying squirrel move.
She keeps freezing them every time we try to do that.
The maniacal laughter, yes.
Yesterday. How's our views going down? We were up in the 70s, and now people are leaving as more gameplays being shown.
For today. Let's stop beating up on this poor Hinox and let him go back to his nap. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This was Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which releases Friday, November 20th. We hope you enjoyed it. We sure did.
See more, but
and
we
have
got,
a great
20
day.
minutes?
Bye-bye.
Darn. I was hoping we'd see a little more. So what do you guys think? Pikmin 3 Deluxe? Age of Calamity? Thoughts? Anyone? 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 Thoughts? Anybody? Obviously, Hyrule Warriors looks amazing. 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 So does Pikmin 3, but I already knew I liked Pikmin 3. Impa equals Naruto. Or Naruto? I don't know how you spell it. Or how you pronounce it. Ring Fit Master says, hey Nate, if you love the look of this game, you should check out Dragon Quest Warriors 1 and 2. Here in the West, they were released separately on PlayStation 4, but in Japan, both games were on one Switch cartridge. The P3 presenters knew their stuff. Pikmin 3, the AOC presenters acted like Jesus. Thark, I saw your messages all throughout that stream. I get you didn't like the presenters, or at least how they presented the game. I get it. It's cool. I think the extra story missions are a little disappointing. Okay, in Pikmin 3. The 40 minutes of Pikmin and only 20 is Zelda. Well, actually, Nintendo Prime, you're right. Pikmin 3 needs more advertising. It does. Pikmin 3 does need more advertising. White Umbrella, I'm pretty sure my grandma would have loved that presentation if she were still alive. Is that supposed to be a knock on the presentation, or what? It looks kind of average, not going to lie. Average compared to what? I mean, it looks like a Muso game. No, this ain't good. What if this implies Hinox in Breath of the Wild 2 gets an AI update? They were already super adaptive. Dude, Hinoxes aren't that difficult in Breath of the Wild. Like, yeah, they adapt, but they're really not that difficult. Like, you can kick their butt like that. They're not bad. I mean, maybe the first time you meet one. It's a little menacing the first time, maybe, if you've never met one before. Why would you think it was going to look better than Breath of the Wild? You're going to be severely disappointed when Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. And it looks exactly like Breath of the Wild. You're going to be it's an art style. There really isn't much else they can do to it but up the resolution. They'd have to change the art style. So what you're trying to say, Bot98, is that Breath of the Wild's art style doesn't age well? Is that what you're trying to argue right now? Because it's an art style. There's nothing else they could do to it but up the resolution. So I'm not sure exactly what you're expecting them to do. Especially in a game that has thousands of enemies on screen. Like, if anything, it should look worse than Breath of the Wild. Like, it should look worse because they have so many enemies on screen. But, I mean, Breath of the Wild's going to... Surprise! A Breath of the Wild prequel looks like Breath of the Wild. Surprise! A Breath of the Wild sequel looks like Breath of the Wild. Like, what else is it going to look like? I know, not difficult, but every now and then they get smart. I had one creating bomb barrels instead of throwing rocks. That island. Oh, dude, the island one's hard just because you're stripped of everything. You guys, if some people remember, I streamed that on this channel back in the day, doing that island. And I was kiting the hell out of that Hinox up and down the mountain, killing it with just bombs. Took forever. Eventide, yeah. I like the art style of Breath of the Wild. However, after Breath of the Wild 2, I expect new Zelda game with a different art style and story with new characters. I think that's fair. I think what Nintendo cares about is money, 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 money. They want the money. They want money. And why is that? Because Breath of the Wild sold almost 20 million copies. Actually, it has sold over 20 million if you include the Wii U sales. And they've never had a Zelda game sell more than 8. So if Breath of the Wild 2 comes out and matches those sales and hits 20 million, why the fuck would they run away from that? That's kind of like what you have to look at here is sales. Like, Breath of the Wild's a freaking cash cow because the game is so amazing. And if Breath of the Wild 2 lives up to that hype and matches sales, why would they go away from it? I get you wanting them to. That's a personal desire. But I mean, Breath of the Wild is my favorite game of all time. If they keep nailing it like that, I don't mind if they do it ad infinitum. If. That's a big if they keep nailing it. I don't know if they're going to. Maybe adding more stuff at the level instead of just flat land. Well, that's Muso that does that. Obviously, there's more than flat land in Breath of the Wild, but it's a Muso game. So because there's so many enemies on screen, it's usually just a flat land. It's due to the sheer amount of enemies that they do that. That's just the way Muso games are. There's not a lot of rolling hills and mountains and stuff in Muso games. A lot of stuff's flattened out. That's completely expected for a Muso game. There is not another one confirmed coming at this point in time. Yeah, it's a Muso thing. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I gotta go. I gotta get some homework done. I will catch you guys later. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Enjoyed that look at it. It was a lot of fun. I got a shout out to all the. Let me see. We had a donation from Michael, who did a $5 direct donation. Then he did another donation. Thank you, Thark, for your $27 super chat, $27 Australian. Thank you, Corey Bone, for your $5 Australian. Michael, again, for your $2 Australian. Thark, again, for your $5 Australian. Thank you guys so much. Peace out. I don't know when my next video is coming. It'll be later today. Bye.